Welcome back to our final episode of the Tarkir Dragonstorm Play Booster pack openings. Tonight, we are going to be opening 10 more of our Play Boosters from the box, and we're going to be seeing if we can find any more of our Teamer colors. That is what we're hoping to get because that is what we're going to be building. We already have a Gruul deck. We're going to add blue. We're hoping to get Teamer. So let's get cracking. Let's bring out the final 10 packs from our Tarkir Dragonstorm Play Boosters. So we don't have to be very picky with the ones we pick, but we are going to open these 10 here. So let's get these out on the mat. Again, we're rocking the Lord of the Rings themed Witch King of Angmar coming off his dragon. Just feel like this is the perfect play mat for something like this. So let's stack these up and let's get cracking some packs. Boom. Okay, got our stack right here. We're ready to open some packs. Let's see what we can do. Oh, this one's really, okay. I'm calling it. Anytime there's heavy glued packs, we're going to be very happy with what we find. So let's see what we can get. Snakeskin Veil, already a great card. Humbling Elder, Fortress Kinguard, Devoted Duelist, Nightblade Brigade, Roamer's Routine, Disute, Earth Carver, Bone Cairn Butcher, Rally the Monastery. Ooh, that looks cool. Ureni's Rebuff, Kotus, the Fangkeeper. Okay, we got another didn't mean to spoil that. Kotus the Fangkeeper is a legendary zombie warrior, and he has Indestructible. When Kotus deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards from their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. That sounds pretty dang strong. Okay, well, we've already got another commander card right there. That's pretty cool. Dragonfire Blade. It's an artifact equipment. It just costs 1 to get out, 4 to equip. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has hexproof from monocolored. Okay, equip for this ability costs 1 less to activate for each color of the creature it targets. Ooh, okay. Channeled Dragonfire and a Thornwood Falls. And another cool art card that's vertical. So that's cool. We like that because we can put that in our little display that goes on the wall. This one opened easy. Makes me nervous. Dragonback Lancer. And we've got a Jeskai Devotee. We've seen a lot of the Jeskai Devotee. Dragon's Prey. Roamer's Routine. Humbling Elder, Fortress Kinguard, Rebellious Strike, Storm Shriek Feral, Starry-Eyed Skyrider, Skirmish Rhino, okay. Inspirited Vanguard, my goodness. Great Irration City. When this land enters tapped, unless you control a forest or plains, you can tap it for a swamp, and you can pay 1 in a swamp and exile creature card from your graveyard. Create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. Dispelling Exhale, and Bloodfell Caves. Another cool copy token. I like the copy token on there. That's a cool art. A little bit of an awkward open there. How do you do this? Kept the Tarkir right on it. I'll just save this for a display pack. Okay, I guess wearing shorts. Shock Brigade, Feral Deathgorger, Trade Route Envoy, Focus the Mind, Mardu Devotee, lots of devotees, Meticulous Artisan, Storm Shriek Feral, Aegis Sculptor, a bird wizard, really cool art on that. Descendant of Storms. Defibrillating Current. Whew. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Add colorless. Tap this. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a dragon spell or an omen spell. I can see this going into our new deck. There we go. There's the first one that we've cracked in this video that will be going into our video. I like it that there's the obelisks. It's interesting. I don't know the whole story behind this and why it almost looks like a portal and dragons are coming out of it and they're draining the obelisks. I did build a colorless Eldrazi deck, so I did learn a little bit of the lore there, and I know that those were originally designed to contain Eldrazi, or at least they were in that part of the story. Or you can pay 4, sack this land, search your library for a dragon card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Yeah, that's going in the deck. Yes, please, give me more. Oh! What a pack! Okay, we've got a Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, and then an Elspeth. I don't know what this is still worth, but cards that are worth a little more are going on the screen. The price. She is for 3 and 2 white. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many tokens are created instead. And then create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until your next turn. Oh my gosh, I can see why this is good. I've got to figure out where this is going. Destroy target creature an opponent controls with mana 3 or greater. Wow. Oh my gosh, what are we, this is an awesome pack. Maelstrom, Elspeth, and a Mammoth Bellow and foil. So this, and because it's in Temur colors. So we can pop this in the deck, and it's got the emblem on it, looks really cool. Create a 5/5 green elephant creature token. I think that's kind of cool. It's not a dragon though. Harmonize, you can pay 5 in Temur colors. You may cast this card from your graveyard. You may tap a creature you control to reduce its cost by X, where X is its power, then exile this. That's really, I think that's fun. I like that you could just, the reoccurring value of that. And then Thornwood Falls, and a really gorgeous spirit token. Why is, oh my gosh, they're each, so 1/1 spirit and a 2/2 spirit. Why does this remind me of Paladins? This is giving me World of Warcraft vibes, especially even with the sword. Wow. That's cool. That would be a monk in wow. World of Warcraft. That was a great pack. Very, very cool. Can't believe we got an Elspeth out of this, but that is definitely a hit. That's a good hit. 1/1 soldier token. Put that over here for the Elspeth, because we're definitely putting that somewhere. Underfoot, underdogs. Nacho Libre meme. There we go. Midgets in the ring. If you haven't seen Nacho Libre, spend an afternoon and have fun. Probably one of my favorite movies with Jack Black in it. Caustic Exhale. Crotique Nest Guard. Temur Devotee, we add that. Or Devotee, I don't know. Arashan Sunshield. Molten Exhale, probably one of the coolest exhales that are in this set. Dragonstorm Globe. Sandstep Citadel in the Abzan colors. Rolling Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. When a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. Ooh, I love that. Beware Dragonstorms that strike from the sea. Their size always disguises their force. Yes, please. Rolling Dragonstorm, I think that's a really good card. Every time a dragon enters, return it. It's 1 and a blue. Draw 2, discard 1. Yeah, that's really fun. It's not overpowered either. It's not like a Rhystic Study or something like that. Hardened Tactician. Ooh, Whirling Stormbrood. Look how cool that looks. I can't wait to open these collector boosters in the next video and see a lot more of this art. Flash Flying, you may cast sorcery and dragon spells as though they had flash. Or for the sorcery, for 2 and a blue or 2 and a green, put 3+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Beautiful card. Eshki Dragonclaw. I believe we did crack this in a previous video. Vigilance, Trample, Ward. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell this turn, draw a card and put 2 +1/+1 counters on Eshki Dragonclaw. I'm still trying to figure out how much I like the black, like the amount of black. They just dumped a bunch of black ink into these. I don't know how much it like helps bring out the card that you're looking at, but this one looks pretty cool in that. And then a foil Sandstep Citadel and a Swiftwater Cliffs. Really good packs so far in this video. Considering they're play boosters, we're finding some really cool cards. If you'll notice something else with my videos, I have absolutely zero technique when it comes to opening them. And the last time I opened collector boosters, 90% of them were open with my teeth. Ice Ridge Serpent. Salt Road Pack Beast. Wild Ride. Kin Tree Nurturer. Sarkhan's Resolve. Ringing Strike Mastery, we've seen you a couple times. Heritage Reclamation, seen you a couple times. Stormbeacon Blade. Stalwart Successor. Kishla Trawlers. Dalkovan Encampment. These are kind of cool lands. Magmatic Hellkite. Okay, this is one that I could see us, I don't know if we already have this, but in our deck, but here's a mono red dragon. That's what really gets my attention when it comes to dragons. Just because we've been building green red only lately for our dragon deck. This has when this creature enters destroyed non-basic land an opponent controls. That's just mean. It's basic. Its controller searches their library for a basic land card, puts it on the battlefield tapped with a stun counter on it, then shuffles. Ooh, I like that. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, in Teamer colors. All right, a foil with the cool border. Let's see if the camera's even focusing on it. There we go. Camera doesn't seem to like foil cards sometimes. I think it makes it nervous. For 3 in Teamer colors, Flying Vigilance Trample. This creature has hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet. Oh. Only Teamer whispers are allowed in the dragon's throat. All others must justify their presence to the valley's guardian. Oh, 100%. That's so cool. Okay, and Blossoming Sands and the Spirit. World of Warcraft Monk Paladin blend. That is gorgeous. Wow. I feel like these last 10 packs are the packs. These are it, dude. We're getting really, really good cards out of these packs. I'm very excited. This is getting me so amped. Can't believe we've got an Elspeth already in this video. Another cool dragon. I don't know how many 4/4 dragon tokens we have, but I kind of like that dragon token a little bit more than some of the ones that we have right now. Evolving Wilds and the beautiful art. I think that this card is okay. I think there's better ones, but not a bad sackland. It's just kind of slow. I don't like putting, like searching, then tapping, like bringing it in tapped. Cruel Truths. Sagu Wildling. This for a 5 cost 3/3. It's not as good in Commander to me. Not for the style that I play. But I can see it being good for other decks or other playstyles because there's also a Seek, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, then put it in your hand, then shuffle. High Spire Bell Ringer, not Ring Ringer, Bell Ringer, Tempest Hawk, Aggressive Negotiations, Sibsig Appraiser. Okay, why do I feel like the Teamer Dragons, see, this is why we're going for Teamer. It's so cool, kind of like you could feel the green, blue, red in it. Flying Vigilance Trample, this creature is hexproof. If it doesn't deal damage, okay. I'm reading off the legitimate, like the same card. But look at it, like this is a great card. This is like even cooler looking. So I'm very happy with that. If the camera will focus on it. Okay. I'm only happy if the camera focuses. Alchemist's Assistant. Encroaching Dragonstorm. So another kind of like look to it. Put that over here. Iridescent Tiger. That's kind of cool. When this creature enters, if you cast it, add Teamer or the all the colors. I've been saying Teamer too much. Stillness in Motion. Quarsai Revenant. And oh, we got our first full art land. So that's cool. We haven't seen very many of those. Not in this box. Not today. Oh man, tough one. You know, that's good luck, especially if I'm destroying the card in the front. You know, it's just absolutely good luck. Alicia's Legacy. Champion of Dusan. Agent of Codis. Dragonback Lancer. Focus. Fire Rim Form. Dragon's Prey. Lightfoot Technique. Finally, a dude fighting a dude. It's always dudes and dragons in this, so now we're seeing a Mongolian fighting an elephant. Or whoever that is. It's hard to kind of tell. Jeskai monks spreading the way in Abzan territories develop swift reflexes or find their travels abruptly cut short. Monastery Messenger. Knockout Maneuver. Oof. Okay. Strategic Betrayal. Auroral Procession. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. That's kind of cool. We're going to put that over here. Nature's Rhythm. It's the rhythm of the wild, baby. Jadecast Sentinel. Got our Ape Snake again. What an interesting blend of creature types. Tranquil Cove and a bird. All right. Down to the last three. Starting with a dragon token. Boop. Piercing Exhale. Snowmelt Stag. Stormplane Detainment. Seize Opportunity. Sandskitter Outrider. I like the art on this one. There's a new sinkhole 7 leagues east. I'll take Scratchy. Okay. This giant skittering creature is called Scratchy. Undergrowth Leopard. Lightfoot Technique again. Mammoth Bellow. We did get this card in foil in the last video. So, cool looking card. Very cool. Focus, if it focuses on it. Rite of Renewal. Fleeting Effigy. Stadium Headliner. Is she throwing it? Is she throwing him? For a 1-cost, 1/1 Goblin Warrior. With Mobilize 1, when this creature attacks, create a tapped and attacking red warrior creature token, sack it at the beginning of the next end step. Pay 1 and a red, sacrifice this creature. It deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Alright, I got a buddy with a Goblins deck, and he also has the Mobilize deck. We're definitely giving this to him. Magmatic Hellkite. Ooh. look at that. Look at the alt art. Oh, it gulps from the lava flow to spew gouts of molten rock upon its prey. Then we got an elephant druid, kind of a good ramp, but it's you gotta have something that's gonna proliferate or add counters. Add an amount of green equal to this creature's power. If for a 4 cost to tap for 2, it's kind of spendy. So I would say, you know, maybe try doing this in a counters deck and Rugged Highlands. We're getting some great cards out of here. What's your best pull from Tarkir Dragonstorm? I know we're opening it late compared to when the set came out, but who cares? It's fun. They get cheaper when you open them later. So comment what you've found in, you know, whether it's a play booster, it's a collector booster, Molten Exhale, Worthy Cost, Segu Pummeler, Unending Whisper, Osseous Exhale, Embermouth Sentinel, Sibsig Appraiser, Unsparing Boltcaster, Purging Stormbrood, I think we've seen this one before, Dragon Sniper. I did have this in my Dragons deck, but felt kind of sacrilegious. Jeskai Monument, Songcrafter Mage, another teamer, but it's a human bard. Flash, when this creature enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize until the end of turn. Its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost. So I have not played with Harmonize before, but I'll read it. You may cast that card from your graveyard for its Harmonize cost. You may tap a creature you control to reduce its cost by X, where X is its power, then exile this spell. It's in Teamer. It's the first Teamer card I'm just putting away. Wingspan Stride and Dismal Backwater in the foil, and another cool copy. Last one. Next video, we're going to be opening up our collector booster box. So stick around if you want to see some of that. Really cool collector boosters that you can get out of there, and hopefully we find a really cool version of our Teamer Dragon Commander that we have yet to find. We found a handful, maybe like 4 potential cool commander cards that I find interesting. However, we have yet to find the one that we are hoping for. So let's see if we can find it in this pack. Snowmelt Stag, Riling Dawnbreaker, Seize Opportunity, Sandskitter Outrider, Undergrowth Leopard, Dusiat Earthcarver, the impossible name to pronounce for me, Summit Intimidator. I love that there's just a Yeti in here. Whale of War, Disruptive Stormbrood, Spectral Denial, Mystic Monastery, Dragonback Assault. Ooh, when this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Ah, that's cool. That's very cool. Okay. Put it in the pile. It's going in the Teamer deck. Segu Wildling, Blossoming Sands, and a Spirit. Now, the whole goal for my Dragons deck, Dragons are powerful enough. Okay, they have flying, they're big lizards. I have a lot of strong red dragons, so we don't have to add, when we're adding blue, when we're adding Teamer colors in particular, this is like, it's not broken, but it's really cool. Does 3 damage to everything, and then it's just got a cool landfall trigger. So like, it's kind of like, why wouldn't we just try it out? It looks cool, kind of tells a little story to it. So that's a fun enchantment. So we got a nice fat stack out of here. We got some beautiful, beautiful dragons. We got a fun card to give to my goblin buddy. More dragon tokens. Lots of Teamer cards. Dragon token. A really beautiful foil in that right here. I can see my camera's chasing the cards that are going behind this hand. Cool Triland, Eshki, Dragonstorm, Mammoth Bellow with the Mammoth token, right? Nope, I have a Mammoth token. We got Elspeth, very cool. We got Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, another great card, and Thornwood Falls. So I think we got a good amount. We also got Codis. So potential commander, not the commander we're looking for, but we got some awesome cards out of a box of play boosters. So I'm very pleased with this box. I love the Tarkir Dragonstorm set. I'm going through like whether it just came out. I know we just went through a Lorwyn Eclipsed season, so now we're kind of going back in time to another very magic centered plane, and I think it's just really cool. So if you guys want to stick around, make sure you subscribe, because next video we are going to be doing the collector boosters. So that's going to be really fun to see what we can find in that. So hopefully if you guys stick around, you'll be able to see us crack hopefully a really cool card, really cool commanders, really beautiful art. There is options for the dragon scale foil in this. There's a serialized card. There's really cool Dragon Eye lands. Lots of cool things to get. So I'm very excited to crack into this. I'm just as excited as I was when I opened the Lorwyn Eclipsed. However, in the Lorwyn set, we were not looking for a commander card. Here we're commander hunting. So the most expensive way to commander hunt, just buy singles. But this is a fun way to sort of, see if you could find a serialized card. I don't know. We didn't get one in this one because, to my knowledge, 500 serialized cards. There are card shops in every corner of the world. So there's so many different spots that a serialized card could be just sitting on a shelf, sitting in the back. So I'm not going in thinking I'm going to get one, but if we do, I'm going to freak out. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.